conscious living. And we have been studying and understanding sadhana panchakam. And we have covered the 8 steps of the first verse. As you understand, we have we have 40 steps to reach to the highest state. So you see that let us summarize these 8 steps. 2 ways of knowing and enjoying. One way, we go to the mall, we look at the things and objects we like, we come home and we enjoy. We enjoy, oh, what a beautiful object and a thing. And gradually, that converts into a thinking. Thinking leads to an attachment. An attachment leads to a desire. We go back to the mall again and we say, let us buy it. So now we possess it, we own it, we use it, we enjoy it. How it is related to meditation. So I'm using the word so that you can easily pick up. There is a pre-meditation practice and there is a post-meditation practice. Pre-enjoyment, looking, thinking, touching, sensing that object. So to be straight, the pre-meditation is without the right knowledge. Someone says, come on, close your eyes, focus on the breath. So outside it appears the same. See that? Outside it appears the same, but it's a premeditation. It's a good way. Everything is good in the life. So premeditation means that someone, oh, I like it. I have seen it. I have studied some research papers. It helps, and let me do it. So some people guide, oh, take a deep breath. Sometimes they focus on the mantra. Somebody says that, no, and we do it. It's all about premeditation. It helps to relax, to calm down, but it will not lead you to the real journey. And the post meditation is with the right knowledge. Premeditation cannot help you cannot help you to succeed. But the post meditation is learning the principles on which meditation is based. That helps one to grow, evolve rightly and properly. Are you getting it? So be very clear, pre-meditation, post-meditation. What is the goal of meditation? It is the knowledge of reality. What is reality? Reality is our true nature. What is our true nature? Sat Chit Ananda. What is Sat Chit Ananda? Absolute existence, consciousness, reality. Where it is? It is within me. Awakening. So, what is the process of post meditation? You learn the principles. And the first goal is, can you awaken to a presence within that is beyond body and the mind? So you have been doing it. You are experiencing something that is beyond the body and the mind. So it is because of the presence that is different from the body and the mind. So once you discover that presence, you grow into that presence. You evolve into that presence. So what happens when you grow into the presence? That presence starts entering into the mind, the body, the thought, feelings, sensations. You are a perceiver of your house. Me and mine was attached. Now you grow into that presence. Your perception of your house changes. That house exists for itself. It belongs to me, but I'm not attached. that perception comes. It doesn't mean that you don't take care. You look at your spouse, she or he belongs to me, but free from attachment. So that is what the second goal of the meditation. You grow into that presence. Then whatever is left because of the past impression, our anger, hesitation, reaction, duality, they are accumulated deep into the mind. So third level is the transformation of our personality, our attitude, our thought. Everything changes. We need not to worry about. So that is the result of post meditation. Are you getting it? Post meditation comes by learning the basics, the principles on which the meditation is based. Now take this understanding to a little deeper level. Why I have come into this world? Well, I was thrown by the existence, by the parents. Right? We don't have a choice. Now see that in our life, whether we want or not, we have to face challenges. We have to face problems. See that? Do you understand? Look at these principles, how they help you change your entire perspective of life. No, I have a lot of stress, my honey, and then my business, and then my money. I'm fully busy, and then I cannot avoid it. We have to face these challenges the moment we have a human birth. We have no choice. Are you understanding that point? You see that whether we want to face challenges or grab an opportunity, we have to face it. They will keep coming to our life. Do you see that? They will keep coming to our life. We decide from today we live together in love and peace and happiness. And after a few years, challenges comes. You plan everything for a business to succeed. Challenges comes. Understand that part. In the world we were born, we don't know the real objective in life. Meditation makes clear that this is your objective, the real objective of your life. Have you ever asked the question since birth, and as I grew up, I've been facing these challenges and the problems. Is this the life? How long I have to continue to face the challenges and how long I have to continue to solve the problems of riddles of the life? We never think in that way. So our masters gives a new perspective. Ask yourself, what is the real objective of life? How it is related to meditation. We should be focused. So first, we understand there are two major goals of life. One is goals in life, job, career, money, challenges in the body, relationship. So meditation helps us to minimize, reduce, make negligible these challenges in the life because of right perspective. These are the goals in the life. So what is the real objective in life? Is to discover my true nature. How these two are related? Facing the challenges in the external world and meditation. Meditation is the knowledge of reality. The more I know myself, more the clarity about who am I, it will minimize the challenges outside. Are you understanding? Are you getting it? The greater the understanding, the greater the wisdom awakens in you about who am I? Am I only a husband? No, it's a role that I need to play. What happens now? When you have a conflict, what happens now? Just look at it. Your mind takes it easy. Okay. Why I have a conflict, I start thinking about it. Is it because of my desire? Is it because of my attachment? Is it because of my clinging? But I don't need that. Let me move with affection and love. Problem is resolved. Are you understanding that? Are you getting that? Apply the same in daily life. Whether you are a son or a father or a daughter or an employer or employee. So once you learn the post meditation, that helps you understand and minimize the suffering. Patanjali says in the second chapter, when you do the regular practice of meditation, he says samadhi bhavanarth. What happens? By the regular practice, you enter into a deeper state of meditation, klesha tanu karanarthasya. He says the kleshas, the afflictions in the outer world minimize. Larry, you won't find this in modern psychology. There is no true nature. The concept of true nature is not there. So question of minimizing and reducing these challenges, they are bound to come. Why I said minimize and reduce the challenges of daily life? Because they are bound to come. They are part of the world. So we know how to handle them. That is because of the post meditation. So that is what I have set the foundation. Now reflect on those 8 principles in light of what we have understood. 8 principles, 8 steps. What is 8 steps? We become a thinker of meditation. The more you become a thinker, I'll cover that aspect next week, but briefly, when I become a thinker, then I identify myself as a seeker of meditation. When I identify myself as a seeker of meditation, you remain a seeker 24/7. And when you remain a seeker of meditation 24/7, those principles will vibrate into your head while facing the challenges of your life. And you'll be able to minimize those challenges. Are you getting it? So that is the part of the karma yoga. Second, because you understand the principles, that is the path of jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge. Third, then you practice regularly. That practice is a part of Raj Yoga. So what post meditation helps you? You become a seeker of meditation. You only have a conflict if you identify yourself as a husband or a wife or an employer. Then you have challenges with employees. You have a business, you have challenges. You identify yourself with a businessman. Do I identify myself as a seeker of meditation? The moment you identify yourself as a seeker of meditation, so what is going to happen? First thing will happen is the smile on the face. Okay, I know how to face these challenges. Sometimes what happens, we have a lot of challenges outside and we become awfully busy in that direction and we ignore the other activities of our life. So balance is disturbed. Why the hell you keep yourself busy all the time in the workplace and whenever you come home you don't have time to talk? See that. I identify deeply with my work to face the challenges. Do you remember that I told you 20%? 20%? 20% should be devoted to your professional life, your mind. 20% should be devoted to your personal. The rest 60% should be devoted to become a seeker. Now see that how we apply those. What is the first principle? Study, contemplation, and reflection on the principles. So there is a doubt-free mind. Doubt-free mind means the knowledge remains awakened. Do you remember what definition of a doubt is given in our Eastern wisdom? Doubt is known as sanshaya. And sanshaya means when the knowledge sleeps, you have a doubt. How simple the definition is. So I have a doubt. Doubt leads to confusion, conflict. Remember, knowledge is sleeping. Let the knowledge be awakened. First step. So that activity is happening in your mind. The moment I have an anger, knowledge is sleeping. Reaction, fully busy, knowledge is sleeping. Do whatever you want to do. You may intellectualize, but if you are fully busy, reacting, anger, hesitation, knowledge is sleeping. So we don't say manage your anger or anxiety or a reaction. Just remember, knowledge is sleeping. What is the second principle? How to use that knowledge in daily life. We covered in the second step avidya, kama, karma. All the activities, action comes from ignorance that leads to desire fulfillment. Desire fulfillment. Did I work on desire management? We have self management. We have business management. We have resource management. We have home management. Did you work on desire management? No. Once I have a desire, it's a desire. I want this. So, with reference to that knowledge, when you say, let me manage my desire, your action will change. All your actions daily, all your activities, your responses, your thought, your speech, your action towards people at home, people outside, we are going to change. Post meditation, not pre meditation. That is why we are understanding. So once you go with these two principles, what is the third principle? So what happens in the life of a seeker when you are continuing that journey like this with these two principles? The thinker in you says, from where these actions are coming into my life? Why the actions are not always right? We know that. We perform an action and we say, I'm sorry. And we perform an action and others people appreciate it. So that thinker awakens in you and it asks the question from where all these actions are coming. And if these actions are coming from the existence through the body, mind, my sense organ, let me dedicate all actions to the existence. Let me start playing my role. Are you understanding that? That is the third principle. You see, all the eight principles works in you together. The more and more you follow these eight steps, you will see the moment you sit for meditation, the mind is not wandering. Mind says, I'm ready for you and I'll help you to meditate. So now the third step has come where we understand, okay, even if I don't have control over all actions and all actions are defective in nature, sometimes it gives me appreciation, sometimes it gives me reaction. So let me dedicate all my actions to the existence. I don't own my action, but at the same time, I perform all my activities as usual. There is a qualitative change in all my actions. Have you seen any time that, I'm so sad and feeling lazy? Okay, I'm feeling sleepy. Let me give you meditation anyhow. You all have come. Answer is no. Once you dedicate all that existence to all your actions to the existence provide you a tremendous infinite energy. That is the result. Then you don't complain. No, I have a lot of challenges, but I have a lot of problems also. Let me sleep, relax, and then I will take up all these challenges the next day. But you are not able to sleep. Your sleep is disturbed because you own all those actions. Are you understanding? That is the third step. And the fourth step, redefine and refine karma for inner peace and happiness. So we have understood that desire prompted action can be converted as a self fulfillment action. That we covered. We understand what is prohibited karma. We understood that what is prescribed action. We have understood that. What is involuntary action, involuntary action. So now we have total control over it. What is going to happen after a few weeks when you follow these four steps? The fifth step, knowledge oriented mind replaces overactive and lazy mind to destroy. We cover sins. Sin. Then we no longer remain as a sinner. We need not to go anywhere to confess. But we need to change. We need to transform those sins that we commit. And now I'm not going to commit any sin. See, the mind becomes full of calmness and peace. That was the fifth step. It starts from the very first. Take one example. I want to come to your house. This is the thinker part. Who has to support me? Mind, body, and the sense organ. So, body and the sense organ are going to perform an action. If the mind does not receive the order rightly, it will start driving without knowing the correct address. First step. So, now the second, I'm going to perform an action. So, is it right action or wrong? How it is right, how it is wrong. Take simple example. Apply this in daily life. And you will see, mind is always free. And then that is the second step. Third step is to dedicate all the actions to the existence. Means that I continue to do what I'm doing outside, but it changes its quality. And then I redefine and refine all my actions. Then I drop all the sins, and then what happens? All the sins, all my reactions comes from the action that is seeking pleasure in the world. So that becomes the sixth step. So I recognize the inherent defects in the pleasure seeking mind. Now, see how these all the 8 steps are related. At the same time, the more and more I follow these steps, the mind is very clear. I told you to do this thing, and why you have not done this? It is a statement coming from the inherent defects of the pleasure seeking mind. Think of it. Think of it. Oh, you have done wonderful. Let me hug you. You are wonderful because you have fulfilled my pleasure. Look at it. I think you apply, you recognize that. The moment you hug, you will recognize it is coming from the inherent defects of the pleasure seeking mind. So if I recognize and become aware of that defect in the pleasure, post meditation, now I can easily enter anytime into any practice of meditation. Seventh step is we have to cultivate knowledge of the self for awakening and realization. I should be very clear about it. How? I should remember the principle, the path of the Shreyas and the path of the prayers. Now, simple understanding. What is Shreyas? I have explained you what is right and good. My mind, my intellect is always remembering, reminding my intent of discovering the true nature in me. That is the path of the Shreyas. When you want to drive a car, what it reminds you? Keys. So that key is the Shreyas. Key. Let me have water. What it reminds you? A glass. You cannot have a water without tumbler. The water is also in the ocean. So it redirects your mind. That is the seventh step. And the eighth one, all the 7 steps helps you to drop the false home. And it reminds you of the real home. What is the real home? I gave you last time example. Do you remember? What is the real home? By an example. So one is the cremation ground. My master used to say, that is the real home, but from there you do not return again. And the other is also the real home inside you, our true nature. Meditation is the knowledge of reality. One thing is sure, it's an irreversible process. In chemistry, we study reversible, irreversible. Some of the physical properties, you can reverse them. Water, ice, vapor. You can reverse them. Vapor can be converted into ice and water. But irreversible process, you cannot change. So what happens? The moment you have that presence inside you, by variety of these experiences in the journey, the time comes, the mind is settled, mind knows there is a presence. That is a irreversible process. You will sleep, you will see that presence. You are talking, you will see that presence. See means perceive, you are aware of that presence. You are talking, you are aware of that presence. Because of the pull of the past impression or habit of reaction or the anger may come, and suddenly you are aware of the presence, your anger drops. Your reaction drops. Post-meditation. I'm talking of post-meditation, not pre-meditation. So once you understand, now there is a clarity of understanding. I have started living my life with these 8 steps, and I have a revelation inside. That presence awakens. Lara, that takes you to the real meditation. So real meditation, I don't say real or false, but I say pre-meditation, post-meditation. At least you have started the journey. Closing the eyes, focus on the breath or the mantra, everything is good. So I don't say it's a false meditation. I use the term pre-meditation, yes. At least you are interested. You are relaxed a little bit. You leave it. You again start. Huh? You forget it, and again you restart. So that's all these tips are for pre-meditation. No, I don't like you as a teacher, so you go to the other teacher. Oh, everything is good. You go to the other teacher. Unless there is a spark in you that wants to understand the soul of meditation, the goal of meditation, the direction of meditation, then we understand these 8 steps, how these 8 steps can help us to change our daily life and activities. You may have 10 sessions today. No worries. Because of that presence tells you remain relaxed. Why 10 sessions? Even 15 session comes, I will go for it. Even if I have to work for 10 hours or 15 hours, no worries. You still have a tremendous energy. Why you have tremendous energy? You are not clinging to the action that you are performing. Why? You have dedicated all the actions. Why you don't get carried away? Because you understand the different types of actions, the karma. Because you understand the inherent defects present in the pleasure that prompts you to act. You see, I'm combining all the 8 steps. Instantly you realize. But if you don't know those principles, you cannot realize. Then your mind follows the same old routine. Then what happens? Pre-meditation, 1 hour I'm totally relaxed. 23 hours I'm totally stressed and reacting. Put a balance of 1 hour on one side of balance, 23 hours of your life on the other. What will happen? 23 hours of the life will impact you. Now, post meditation, you understand with those principles. I'm doing the same activity, I'm performing the same action, but the quality has changed from inside. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Are you understanding? The quality inside has changed. Your response to the pleasure seeking mind has changed. Your response to the reactive action has changed. Do you see that? That is the what we say the post meditation. That is what we say the real meditation. Are you getting it? Let us start our journey of meditation. Eyes are closed. The stage 1. Remember the Shreyas. Shreyas. Eyes are closed. The Shreyas is right and good versus what I like and pleasant. What I like and pleasant will not be able to help you recognize the inherent defects in the pleasure. It doesn't mean if you like pasta, you're not eating pasta. You continue. But now, what is right and good? You realize the inherent defects in the pleasure seeking mind. You eat pasta. So, what is the recognition comes? It's a pleasure that has been expressed in me, not in the pasta. The pleasure is because of me, not because of the pasta. Pleasure is because the agitation in the mind has calmed down. Apply that same. So, in the stage 1, eyes are closed, looking deep inside, facing the mind inside, facing the mind inside, looking inside. That makes the body steady. So we move to the second step, being comfortable. Look at the neck joint, feel, be there. You know what is going to happen with these 8 steps? The mind will enjoy following the step 100%. All these 8 steps helps you to make the mind 100% available with you at all time in life. Will you be ever reactive, angry? Will you be worried? And still we settle. Move the mind on the neck joint. Feel sensation being comfortable in steadiness. Shoulder joints. Sensation being comfortable and steadiness. I need not to explain in detail. You already know. You have been doing it. Hip joint. Be there. Sensation being comfortable and steadiness. Because the mind is not 100% available, it takes a lot of time to practice one step. Do you realize that? 8 steps will help you. See that. From the very beginning, the mind will say, I'm ready, I'm going, I will live into the meditation. See that. That is how these 8 steps works. The entire body, sensation, being comfortable and steadiness, being carefree. Birds flying in the sky. Sky is about the birds. Birds appear and disappear. Thoughts appear and disappear. Oh, I know the thoughts are fleeting in nature. And I'm the space. You step back. That is being carefree. And the mind has a right knowledge with the principles coming from these teachings of the great master through your teacher becomes the post meditation. Like you graduate, you post graduate. And now being casual. So what happens? Mind is 100% available. When we say mind, do nothing. So what happens? The mind is 100% available. What it means? It is aware. Aware of whatever is happening. We are not inert. We are conscious human being. Body gives some sensation, thank you. Thought comes, thank you. Feeling is there, thank you. Existence, being casual. With that understanding, we move to the stage 2. We'll keep these 2 steps as it is, looking inside the rib cage, in the space. Check you are cheerful, body is steady, and start breathing quick and short breath from both the nostrils into the chest, moving off the chest. I'm going to change it in the following next week. Continue. Quick, short breath, but cheerful. Quick, short, not reactive. Quick, short, not hesitation. Quick, short, with awareness and wisdom. Continue. And stop this, and we continue with the second step. Take a deep, silent, slow breath. You already know it. While breathing out, make the humming sound longer, deeper, louder. The next breath is deeper than the previous one. Continue humming long, deep. And stop this humming also. We move into the third stage. We'll pick up one step. Today is Nyasa. Continue with the deep silence, slow breath. As you inhale, move the mind inside the right arm from the shoulder to the fingertips or from the fingertips to the shoulder. As you exhale, do the same. Remember, recall, remind what mind is the driver, breath is the car, and the highway is the space inside. So, what happens? The mind continues to move inside. It understands what it means by beyond and behind the mind. How? You may lose and maybe you may lose an awareness of the physical right arm, and still you will see that yes, it's a right arm and I'm moving into the space. That sort of experience tells it is possible to go beyond and behind the mind. See that. Now moving the mind inside, the left arm in the same way, highway, the space, darkness, or emptiness inside. Driver is the car and the mind is the driver. You're moving it carefully. How to know that mind is 100% available? You will know it. That is the beauty of doing the meditation practice with me. I make it a conscious journey. You know what you are doing. I know what I am giving. I don't take you to any kind of imagination. I never say that imagine something, visualize. You have a vision. You see, these two are points, are the pointers of post meditation practice, not pre. And now moving the mind inside the right leg, same way. From the right side of the waist to the toes, toes to the right side of the waist, deep inside. There is a space, there is a highway, there is maybe an emptiness or a darkness, whatever it is. Is mind 100% available? Yes. You get a glimpse what it means by going beyond and behind. I use some tweaks every session so the mind picks up, oh, this is it. Now I know. I appreciate. Now each one of you moves into that steadiness and stillness naturally, which was absent in the beginning. Is it not a progress? Yes. But it has a bearing on the mind. Move the mind inside the left leg now. It tells you, yes, mind is becoming 100% available to me. Look at it. All are doing great. And now inside the spine, from the crown of the head to the tailbone, the space within, and from the tailbone to the crown of the head, the space, the highway. I appreciate you all. Journey takes time, but with clarity, it rewards you. Clarity comes from the knowledge. Knowledge with meditation is post meditation. Last 8 sessions, we covered all the 8 steps, and we have now a fair understanding. One aspect I can tweak now as the mind is moving inside the spine and the space, and suddenly the mind picks up a thought that leads to pleasure seeking mind, and any of the 8 principles you remember. Let me dedicate all the actions to the existence, or there is a flash. Oh, this thought, pleasure, inherent defect in the pleasure, and the mind returns. It's not to be thought of, but the knowledge reveals to help your mind. Just giving a tweak. I covered all these 8 steps very fast. Now, leave that step, moving into the stage 4, Om Shanti. Anything comes. Om Shanti. Superimpose. You already know that step. Gently you superimpose Om Shanti. Why you do it gently and softly? Because of the 8 steps. What the thought says, for example, no, move the body. I have a problem. And you say Om Shanti. So when you say Om Shanti, any of these 8 steps will be revealed. Mind, you're obsessed with the body. Why? Body performs all action. But I have already dedicated all the actions to the existence. You know, this is a thinking without thought continues because of that knowledge. And then what happens? Om Shanti wins. That is what happens. Just to giving a tweak to all these 8 principles. Any one of the principle you remember. Shreyas and Prayas. Oh, Shreyas mind means the mind is 100% for the self-discovery. The self is within me. Really? Thought of eating pasta has come to my mind. The mind says, no, I will follow Shreyas. And done. So when it happens, you are doing Om Shanti on the surface, but something happens deeper inside. Post meditation. Just giving you an idea. Maybe in future we'll take up. I'm finalizing the book with these principles. Om Shanti. You're simply casually dropping in the light of the wisdom that you already have pertaining to the 8 steps. Now we'll go to the stage 5 breath awareness, 3-pointed only. I didn't give any object in the last stage. So that helps the mind to go beyond and behind, leads to a variety of experiences. First point of awareness, the breath is going in and out. I know it. I'm aware. You feel the sensation inside the nose when the breath goes in and comes out. Simple. I'm a living conscious being, so I'm aware of that. I'm not doing anything. And third point, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. So why I say this, you keep your attention by default. And what is happening behind, you can explore. Did it understand? Awakening to a presence, growing that presence, asking that presence to transform my entire life. 3-step process: awakening, first, realization, second, transformation. Third. Doing nothing. You're already doing nothing, but still I emphasize why knowledge reveals. No, meditation reveals the knowledge of my true nature. Do you make any effort in revelation? No. That's why I point out in every meditation, in every session. You also understand when you are in a state of doing nothing, you understand. What do you understand? Mind is 100% available to you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences, and bring the hands down to share our experiences now. How are you, Stephen?
Good. Very nice experience. It's just to me, it seems like it's a continuation of every one of my past meditations. Body temperature rise as soon as the breathing starts, and complete blankness.
Ah, good. It is
So
helping.
yes, yes. So and one thing I will say is that I'm noticing outside of just when we're sitting in the meditation going through this, that even in my daily life, I sit more in that Manisha state than um, than I did before. So I'm noticing I'm in meditation even when I'm not actually sitting in meditation. So
That is the role, that is the goal of meditation. You see, then in these 8 steps, it relates to the personal and the professional life where we perform activities through the speech, through our action, and the manisha is maintained. What a beautiful way to say it, and that definitely is a progress. Wonderful, Stephen. I appreciate. So, how are you, Lara?
I think good.
Good.
Yeah.
You see, just
I don't have a
it's
lot to
okay.
say
It's okay.
today.
It's okay. We sometimes we have a pin drop silence deep inside, and later on it leads to expression of those experiences in our daily life also. So that needs to be understood. But look at the way Stephen expressed his experience. Manisha is present in my daily life. Just think of it. Think of it. Contemplate and reflect. Manisha is present. Will you react? Will you be in anxiety? Look at it. Will you perform action with inherent defects in the pleasure? Go ahead. That's why these 8 steps. Wonderful. How are you, Terry? I like Terry. See? She got up and she is. You are perfectly normal, Terry. Nothing happened to you.
The wrong place. There you
Yeah.
go. Okay, now you can hear me.
Yes.
I'm just I had the whole feeling really that I'm just focusing on exactly what is going on, what is being said, and just keeping myself focused. And I feel like something is fighting me, but it isn't me. It's like my body is trying to pull me back.
Very good.
I'm just staying focused.
Staying
And
focused.
sometimes like I'll suddenly get strange thoughts or strange ideas, almost like they're trying to distract me or something. But I just keep listening to what is actually whatever the instructions are. Just keep staying on that.
A great takeaway is that you are able to separate your body from yourself in the mind, in the knowledge. Don't start thinking that we separate the body from outside. That process known as discernment. Wonderful. And how are you, Sangeeta?
सर बहुत अच्छा था सर। एक ऐसे लग रहा था कि एक्सपेंशन हो रहा है, मतलब बॉडी फील नहीं हो रही है, एक्सपेंशन हो रहा है और कुछ अच्छा सा फ्लो हो रहा है अंदर।
She's saying expansion is taking place somewhere inside. So that expansion is helping us to go beyond and behind the mind. Man ke paar jana. Very good experience. So how are you, David and Jerry?
Very, again, blissful, very deep. The going into and back into my forehead, my eyes used to flutter doing it, and now I'm able to go back in there relatively easily and quickly through the meditation. And then all of a sudden, I heard you say Om Shanti, and or Shanti Om or whatever it was, and I was like, oh my God, it's over already. So it was just like a really deep bliss.
Wonderful. You are progressing. Wonderful. How are you, Jerry?
Doing really well. It's nice and peaceful. Very few Om Shantis, and yes, just seeing it in our daily life as well. In my daily life, it's just trickled in a very nice way where you take time to not react. Take time to contemplate, reflect, maybe not react.
Not to react. It means there is deep inside somewhere there is Manisha. Because you can also join Lara on Saturdays. We are talking of Manisha. You have not heard. Oh, you are not.
I can't come on Saturdays. I have another commitment.
But you can listen to it. It is on YouTube. So I